You don't have to shut up.
I don't want to be talking in the live.
I do have to check the audio, but if everything is done correctly, I should be live. And that's of course that's
Can I
when the
still get food?
can you get food?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna prevent you from eating. Yeah, I
How
mean,
long you be live for?
what do you say?
So how long you be live for?
I'm not sure. I'm really just enjoying trying to. I really just want to one use this. I also am live now, so I'm kind of talking. This is all going to be recorded, but it's for recording purposes and just in general. If anyone's just having a day off, they want to chat, do something. Let's say, make a game with me. Oh, hey, you could do me a favor real quick? Oh, look at that. Yo, Justice, if you actually are like in here, I know there's noise. Um, I'm doing pretty good. Can you like hear me okay? Like, do I sound
You
decent?
hear me in the back.
Would you say?
You hear me in the back.
I hear you in the back. That's not supposed to be playing. That's supposed to be muted.
Hello, Justice.
You're all sick and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure how I sound. That's the problem. Well, I know how I sound. I'm sorry. I'm not sure how everything else sounds. Okay. No, I'm not trying to get some perfect Twitch streaming um, sound here. I just need basic audio. The goal is to just make something today. So, okay. Oh yeah, this is a process. This is a whole process. Fun though. All right. So here was the idea. Here's the idea I was working with. I was thinking a little man, right, in the center of the screen. Bless you. A little. You're allowed to sneeze. A little man in the center of the screen, right, and he's gonna do this little thing, right. So here's what's gonna happen here. I wish I had an efficient way to check like my chat as well. That'd be fun. Oh no! Oh, look at that OBS lets you. That's actually pretty cool. Anyway, little man. I don't know what he's gonna be doing. The little man. Let's just call this like main character. And then he's gonna be here doing little man things. And then there's gonna be a circle around that. And I was thinking a gun that shoots around there, right? And the whole point is that the entire game is played with one button, so I'm not allowed to use anything else besides those inputs. Speaking of which, let me make sure this is centered into the screen completely because I realize I might have to extend this just a smidge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the center is more like here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the center. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 5. 1, 2, 3. That's kind of the center. That's like roughly the center. It works out for me. Okay. So let's do this. Let's do this. I don't know how I want this little man to look. By the way, did you ever able to check the thing for me? Yeah, I know. Can you go check? Okay. Dankeschön. Okay. So let me do this. This is 1, 2, 1, 1. So let's do a 4x4 square, like that. Oh wait, that looks terrible. Hold up. So let's do a 4x4. Call this new, and we'll make that a circle. Boom. And then we're gonna make some kind of. What I'm thinking is that I'm gonna make like a circle that only appears when you shoot your your thing, right? So it's like normally you just see this guy in the center, and maybe there's something rotating around this little man. But once you start shooting, this circle kind of appears to show what you're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this circle here is like your radius circle, and you want to keep basically everything out of this radius. It's kind of like Protect Your Heart, the game I just made, right? But the whole goal is that you're keeping things within your radius. So yeah, so we're gonna do something like that, something that just kind of, you know, gets a little fun, simple little shooter game. Nothing too crazy. I don't want this to just be like a ball. I want this to be like a little man or something. I don't know. I feel like something interesting. But I'll figure that out as I go. So like it's like little man, circle, and then there's like the actual like let's say weapon. So YouTube doesn't get on me about that. Object, harmful object. This thing is gonna go around this circle and basically be like, it shows where you're about to shoot, right? So like that goes around the circle, does this little thing, boom, boom, bam. So yeah, something like that. And then that's just like, okay, so once that's pointing in a certain direction, bullets will come out like that, boom, boom, bam, shoot, and then there'll be like all these enemies around you or whatnot. All controlled with like a single button press to make life easy, because that's how I'm rolling. So yeah, we'll do it like that. I think I don't have any ideas for the little man. I could make him like a little, well, I'm not sure. First of all, let me save the project. Let me not do that. Let's call it button game. Boom. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like I think it should be some kind of, I don't know. Maybe I'll do like a cat mouth or something. What do you think? I'm trying to think of ideas for like what the little man should be, if it should just be a circle. Also, did you hear any music in the back? No? Okay, that's fine. But no, I don't know. I was thinking like, look, I have this little man, right? And it can literally just be like this plus, hold up. Why is it not letting me? A-Sprite. Oh no, A-Sprite, don't do this to me. What is it? It's being weird. A-Sprite, hello. Uh-oh. What? Is it because I have something selected? I'm not sure what's actually happening with that. Why is it doing this? Okay, well anyway, it's gonna be a little cat face. Or something like that. Well, I didn't make it yet, because A-Sprite's acted funny. But I think I want to make it like some kind of like little cat face or something. I think it'd be kind of cute, you know? Wait, actually, why is A-Sprite? What? I see. I don't know. Do the croissant one. You're doing that right now? Oh, okay. Let me actually figure out why A-Sprite is acting funnies. What's he doing? Also, the benefits of being home for college is that you get to stream. A-Sprite's working, yay. Okay, so look, I was gonna do something like this. This looks kind of goofy, but it's gonna be like that, and then like this. Well, he's just a happy face. He's having a blast. Yeah, huh? It works for now. It works for now. Croissants. It actually reminds me, I have to eat myself. I should probably have something like small just to hold me over for a bit. But no. I hope I'm not getting like doubles either. I hope I'm not getting like multiple um, things. My work process is also kind of slow. So if you're like, I know I make it seem like I can move quickly and do a bunch of things quickly, but I actually work. Okay, I don't know what's happening with him anymore. It's turned into a dog, or okay, I'm not sure what I'm doing with this. It's just kind of becoming a thing. See, this is the process that I think a lot of game devs don't actually talk about. Is like coming up with coming up with the idea, but then also like coming up with, art for your game and just a bunch of things that I think a lot of people tend to overlook sometimes when designing. Sometimes you're just like, oh, let's just get straight into the coding. It's gonna make it easy. But there are certain things like this, for example, where it's like, oh shit, well, I gotta like make all the assets. This is a good base, I think, because I can use this triangle and this circle and this dog like creature to start something. So for now, this works just to like get some visuals on screen, I think. And what I want to do is I think I want to have it so that this rotates around and shoots, and maybe when you shoot it stops your little cursor. That way you can focus on what you're going, and then once you release your shoot button, it starts spinning again, so you can get like momentum shots. Maybe some kind of charge shot would be fun. I'm not sure. I don't expect this process to be very quick, but it'll be something. In fact, hold up. I want to just for fun. Hang on. I want to add a little man. Random. I end up doing this a lot when I work too. Is I just like put random little creatures in the corner. Yeah, so it helps. Epic Tunes. It is my first YouTube live stream. Is it now? Really? Well, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Epic Tunes Z, or Epic Tunes. I guess I could just say Epic Tunes. Feel free to add anything. If you want to add a little guy, a little man, I'll make a little man. It's just kind of in the air right now. Let's see. So, I think the enemies. Well, he looks like a dog. This was unintentional. He's not supposed to be a dog, but it looks like a dog. So maybe the enemies could be, I don't know, cats. Like some kind of cat creature. That is horrifying. Oh my lord. Okay. See, this is also the product of working long weeks at your main job, is that you get, when you go back to game dev, you come up with really weird things. Don't really know what I'm making, but it's something. I think that's when like the most fun things come together, though, is like when you can just sit and randomly make and create and kind of just let yourself have some fun with it. I think I actually probably want to like develop this into something further when I get the chance. But what am I doing? Here, wait, hold up. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm doing with this. I'm just kind of messing around, and I'm having fun. So, what does it matter? I guess. It looks like one of those it looks like one of those like FNAF mini games that you get, like the secret cutscenes. Can I add a sock puppet? I don't know. You can call me Epic for short. Epic? Sure. A sock puppet. Sure. A sock puppet. That's weird. They're kind of shaped like, what up? They have like this weird like shape, and then they have that like long part. Like that. And then they kind of go like that. And then he needs eyes because it's a sock puppet, so it's like yeah. So he's can you tell I'm a professional artist? Is it obvious? So then there's that. I guess honestly this would work really well if I made the game a monotone style. So if it was like two tones, because then I could hide a lot of the. Oh, that already looks kind of cool. See, this is the fun thing, and you can like hide certain aspects behind. Look, so now I can give this like this sock puppet guy like stripes, and well, that's a little weird. Hold up, he's a little too straight. Like that, maybe something along those lines. Actually, the one line might be good. Kind of looks like a little snake man. Oh, what kind of game am I making? That's a good question. If I was a smart game developer, I would establish that from the beginning. I think it's gonna be some kind of game where you're this thing in the middle. So you're this little man in the middle. It is a goofy ass sock puppet. You are correct. It is. I'm not sure what's going on with him. I'm just gonna put him to the side though. But no, I think the game is gonna be you're this little creature in the center, and you just have to defend yourself against these like oncoming enemies. These aren't enemies. These are just things I was working on. Don't worry about them. They're just random things I was working on. But basically, this thing's gonna rotate around this circle, and you can shoot bullets at enemies. Defend yourself. The whole point is that you're trying to defend yourself. Which honestly, that got me thinking. This circle might be a bit too big for a defensive circle, because if an enemy gets even remotely close to this circle, you're kind of already done. So let me counter that real quick by making a slightly smaller circle real quick, like that, and then we're gonna put that in the center. Two, three. I think that's centered. Something a lot more like that maybe, and then I'll have it go around it. I don't know. I think the big circle looks better personally. But yeah, trial and error. That's the fun. Because if I make this circle like this, I think I should make the actual screen size bigger. I agree. No, it's not about being a smart game dev. It's just more like, having fun. The whole point of this stream is, first of all, it's extremely laid back. Normally, I'd have at the very least a better microphone setup, but because I'm like in my living room, it's just like, well, whatever. We're just gonna make something, try and get something appearing on screen. Hopefully I can get something spinning. I mentioned FNAF over here with this little thing, and now I want to play FNAF, but that's unrelated. Okay, so this guy, gonna rotate like this. I think the screen size actually might need to be bigger. I counted for a 1080p screen, like with my resolution, but I think what I do with these kind of games, especially with these like defense type games, is I add these like big black bars on the side of the screen to make it look like it's actually a square resolution. But if the resolution ends up shrinking like that, then like you're not gonna be able to see, you're not gonna have enough time to react to something coming. So I think just to make the game feel a bit better, I'm gonna increase the resolution size a bit, to something a lot more, just something that works a little bit better for everyone. I think I'll do 640 by 360. That should keep me within my range. Canvas size 640 by 360. Does he stay centered? Yeah, he does. Okay, that's actually a lot better because now I have a lot more space to work with. So we'll do that. We'll keep the oh my god, that's actually a lot of space. But that works because I want you to be able to see And now I can keep the circle big. See, everything works out. Look at that. Things ended up working out for us. So that works like that. Let me actually bring this circle in like here. Ooh, I don't actually know where he starts. Hold up. He would start when, oh god, hold up. Ooh, I don't know where the center is anymore. Ah, whatever. We'll figure it out later. I just know he needs to be centered into the screen. Like here, so it's like here. And then, no. I just want to make a thicker circle. I'll worry about it later though. Okay, that's not important. I'm getting distracted. Things are not progressing. There's hair on my food. It will not go away. I will eat it. No, don't eat the hair. Just take it off your food. I know it's not gonna go. It's gonna go away eventually, but don't eat hair. It's not good for you. Yeah, I want to close this project and start a new one. I'm on Game Maker right now. Hold up. So new project blank. We're just gonna call this button game. Very creative, I know. And we're gonna start making some assets in. Here, wait. Actually, I realize you guys can't even see what I'm doing. We're gonna switch to Game Maker, and hopefully that's showing Game Maker. So in Game Maker, we're gonna start bringing some things over, start creating some cool things. Things are gonna start getting done. So let's have this RM main. Sure, this is like the main playroom, and then the room size will be the exact same as our canvas size, which if I would remember correctly was 640 by 360. Correct me if I'm wrong. 640 by 360. Nice. So this is where the magic's gonna happen. Game Maker, they added a lot of new things. Like working on my own projects was always fun to have a stream, game dev stuff on the side. I actually love doing that too, Assassin. I love like just personally just like being in the dev streams and working. It kind of makes it feel like you're working with someone. That's kind of the whole reason this stream was up for people. It's like, I know it's I think it's Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday. So most people are in school right now, but for people that are off right now, you could just chill, have some background noise to listen to, just unwind. You know, don't have to really stress, but nothing too serious. Just having a good time. It's kind of the whole fun of it. But yeah, I actually made the big artist mistake of not eating yet. I really should have ate. And I know it's gonna come back to bite me, but right now it's kind of fun just working on this. I don't have a this dog character. Well, I'm gonna have to drag him in from Ace Sprite. Hold up. But this dog character I have right now is just gonna be the character until I come up with something better, and it might stay. It might end up staying. But we're just gonna see how that goes. Is that my dog? Amethyst? Amethyst, come here. I don't know. I hear my dog. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna create Sprite RM. Nope, not that. S player. And the player is going to be 16 by 16. Oh, hey Javier, what's going on? Alright, let me just check something really quickly. Alright, no, I know Game Maker's on screen. I was dragging assets from Ace Sprite. I assume you don't want to see me drag assets from Ace Sprite. That's not very interesting. See, I don't know if a lot of people know this. You can straight up just copy and paste assets. Like, you can copy from Ace Sprite and paste it into Game Maker. So you don't have to, like, remake your asset or even import your asset. But yeah, it saves you a lot of time. What I'm probably going to do, so right now, let me create an object, attach the sprite object to the player. Boom. And then we're going to put that guy in the room real quick. he's gonna be chilling. So let's do this, fix my grid size real quick. And then I'm gonna put that in the instances area. And technically, because I did not mean to do it, I just did. I just put this into a particle system. I don't even know how I did that. Huh. Okay, well, let me delete that real quick. And then we rename this to O player. That's annoying. Sometimes when you create, or sometimes when you drag things, it will automatically like put it inside of a thing you really doesn't need to be in. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Too late, it tastes like it belongs to a guy named John who likes the color purple. Hey, what's up? But no, yeah, okay, I can see, yeah, it's showing up all that stuff. So yeah, what's basically gonna happen, this is gonna go here. Someone else, this kid is getting places, I don't know, could be me. Shut up, Javi. So let's see, so I am not quite sure if this is completely centered. I'm also, my export is on GX, which is wrong. I'm on a Mac, by the way, which I know is really stinky, but it's only because I was planning on making a video on mobile development, and I wanted to make something for the iOS. So I don't normally use a Mac. I usually use a PC. In fact, I prefer to use my PC, but for streamlining purposes, it's been easier to just use the Mac, get things done. You guys are probably not going to be able to actually see this game window because it's super small, but it's okay because right now it literally is just what you're seeing on screen. It's the same thing. It's just a little man in a room. What we got to work on is the rotating feature. So anything that allows me to move this player character. So the player character itself is actually not going to move. It's going to stay in the center of the screen, and we're going to have a circle kind of flash for every shot that appears. So all the player character is doing is, here, in fact, I'll even switch back to A-Sprite real quick just to show you what my plan is. So what I'm really going to do is, this player character isn't really even being controlled. You're really just controlling this little arrow thing that shoots whatever it's going to shoot. And I'm going to have it so that, first of all, let me get my guide layers on. Guides, just to double check that this player is completely centered into the screen. But no, what I'm going to do is basically do the same thing I did with Protect Your Heart, and have it only when you press the arrow keys or press a shoot key that shoots in a certain direction. I just gotta get some basic rotation done, and then I gotta get some basic enemy spawning done, which shouldn't take too long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 9. This is the most, I know for anyone who actually like really uses A-Sprite, this seems convoluted the way I'm checking for it being in the center, but this is just how I've always done it. So okay, hang on, so that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's 3, 3, 3. Boom, boom, boom. A little unnecessary, but whatever. Another thing with using a Mac that I don't like, all of my hotkeys are different. So like things I'm used to with Mac or with PC, I'm not used to with Macs, and it's very annoying to have to like adjust everything, you know, because because it's a different product. You know, I know it's like it's not made by the same people or whatever, but you'd feel like they'd try to make it like somewhat convenient for their user base. Macs just kind of feel like constant inconveniences. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's centered. So if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Okay, that's centered. And then this should be centered, but we're gonna double check with the guides real quick. And I know the little man isn't centered now, but I'll fix them once I get the guides going. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 9. That's 12. That's 15. 15. And then we're gonna do 3, 6, 9, 12, and then 15. Okay, cool. So, oh no, he's centered. Yeah, okay, that's the center. So I was doing that so I can get the thanks, Cameron. So I was doing that so I can get this position. I don't know. I'll explain the basics, but basically, this little position right here, where my mouse is clicking, you might be able to see like just a black pixel. That's actually where my mouse is clicking. That's where the little man has to be centered. Except I'm wrong because technically I didn't actually recenter him. So let me recenter him first, and then that's where the little man has to be. So that's the little man in this position. And we're just gonna drag him over a smidge. Okay, so let's put this right there. Boom. Okay, so now the little man is actually centered. So this was a bunch of technical mumbo jumbo that doesn't really matter, and it's not really fun, which is like 90% of game dev is just making sure everything is set up correctly, because if you don't have things set up, then when you go to make the game, it's going to be really not fun. So this X and Y coordinate, which I think in the corner says, yep, it says 1, no, 1, what am I doing? 312 by 172. That's where this man needs to be in Game Maker. So let's switch back to Game Maker real quick. And in Game Maker, we're gonna make sure he's actually in the right place. So right now he's at 304 160, which is honestly kind of damn close, but not close enough. 312 172 is where he needs to be. So I'm just gonna turn the grid off real quick and move him. 312 172. Now he's centered. And he doesn't look centered because the grid kind of cuts off down here, but I swear it's centered. And hello, Asmus? Is it Asmus? Well, welcome to the stream, regardless. So there we go. Now he's centered into the screen, and now it's about just creating the circle radius, which is the easier part, because we already have in a sprite, I've already created the asset. So I'm just gonna drag it over. No reason to switch back. I'm just gonna drag it over so we can just get going. Boom, boom, bam, and boom. And that is 64 by 64 perfectly. So we're gonna take that, and I might actually, sometimes I do this thing in Game Maker where I double up the layer. So like, I'll create, let's call this like, I don't know, I'll just call it circle. It doesn't really need a specific name. Do that, and then I'll put the circle in here. And I'm like, I remember I said like, oh, it'd be nice if this was just like another layer thick, right? So what I was just gonna do was go around it and do this in Game Maker, because I might as well. It makes your life a little easier. Let me just check something real quick. Okay, just making sure. So let's do that. And let's go around and just, I'm gonna add to the thickness of this real quick. Oh, wait, you know what? Why am I doing it like that? I can just get another circle and then do this. That was weird. No, I need the outline. There we go. I can do, come on, that. I was about to really sit here and waste my time putting that entire thing on. Can you believe that? Absolutely not. Okay, and for now I'm just gonna make an asset layer just to keep it visible, so when I actually make some kind of, if I make an object out of it, I can put it like somewhere properly, but it's not that important right now. 16 by 16 grid. It's kind of funny like doing a dev stream, because it's for me, I find this kind of stuff interesting, like just like the whole like, wait, hang on, 160, 288, 148. My president came to town. Your president came to town? What do you What do you mean you're was like doing like a speech thing? Our president did I think our president actually came to our town once, but no one cared. Oh, 288. 148. That's what I said. Man, I'm curious about the whole president thing now. I assume you mean the president. I assume you're not talking about the United States. I assume you're talking about somewhere else. 288, 148. There we go. Look at him in his little world. Oh, he's just adorable. What's probably gonna happen too is that I sometimes work with placeholder stuff, and then I end up keeping it because I end up liking it. So it's I guarantee. Hey, how you doing, Green Pixels? Human Rights Day. Got it. Got it. Human Rights Day. Wait, okay, so this is actually, I think I might actually keep the monotone style, like the white and black. One, because it helps save time. Two, I'm kind of a sucker for this style, in all honesty. It's a little secret of mine. I personally love just the white and black style. Maybe because I can be lazy sometimes. I don't know if you know. I want to finish the game in one stream, and I think I might want to save all of the fun parts for streams. Like I'll do this over the course of a couple streams so that we can make something fun. But I don't know. I'll be real. It's a new feeling. Oh, the game's pitch. Basically, it's gonna be like a little basic shooter game where you're defending the guy in the middle, kind of like the game I released on Itch, but you can actually like fight back against things. I want it to be a little bit more chaotic, and the whole point is that you only use one button input, so it's kind of like a little mini challenge. But no, I would actually like to finish the game on stream, but I find that something I really learned about myself, this might be getting a little too personal, but I get very insecure with sharing my work. Like in general, I get really insecure with sharing my work. Sorry, let me actually switch back to Sprite so I can, so you guys can see what I'm working on in here. I was making some, oops, there you go. Yeah, I get kind of insecure, and it's a habit I'm trying to kick, because I do want to, share things with people and help people, and just show the beginner, the beginner experience. I was just making this little arrow thing to like start making like a rotation type thing. It would suck because I'd love for you to be able to control it, but then that would be like 3 button inputs, and that would defeat the purpose of this challenge. So it has to constantly rotate. But no, insecurity is very real, and I didn't think it's something I actually really struggled with when I first started doing game dev. I thought I was just like, oh yeah, I was able to always like talk to people and deal with things. But yeah, working on things in front of people is very vulnerable to me. It's something that's very new, and I know for some people it like comes naturally. They're just like, yeah, I can do this. But I genuinely, even with like, my girlfriend or my family, it really does. I still feel a little uncomfortable trying to like share things. I know I kind of went on a tangent, but the answer is I would love to finish this on a stream with people. Cool, I made one button game for Game Jam December. I love the concept. Making UI on the button was interesting. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I think it also limiting myself to one button is gonna make this a lot more. I can actually do something possible. I didn't want to be like, I'm gonna make an entire open world game in 2 minutes on stream, fully. I know my limitations. Yeah, he likes this little town. I got because he gets most votes here. Everyone votes for maybe 100 votes for the other parties. I see. So it's like keeping up the wait, what's the word I'm looking for? Come on. Basically trying to stay on people's good side at the town where he's doing the best. But he's also just visiting your town. That's good though. But yeah, very. Yeah, but no, like for me, I really just wanted to stream more as like a setting things up. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, just setting things up. I did not expect. I'll be real. And another thing for if Asmith, if you're still here, um, I didn't expect really when anytime I stream or do anything with videos, I only ever expect like 5 people to watch my stuff. So, um, yeah, it does add a duck. Yeah, we'll add a duck. Sure, let's do that. We'll just, this random layer right here with these like two enemies, we'll just keep these as enemies. This game is very open ended, so if you want to add an enemy to the game, go ahead. I don't really. It can be as weird as possible as long as it's like, you know, doesn't get me like demonetized or something. I'll be fine. Wait, why did I say demonetized? I'm not even monetized. Doesn't get me banned on YouTube. Um, how do ducks look again? They have like this little fat little body. Oh God, what am I doing? Why are the pixels going that far? Okay, so we're gonna do like that, and then a bill. There we go. That's more like a duck. And then we're gonna. I get that. I don't code stuff, but insecurity playing song is beautiful. Even when you literally have to show what you're working on to get them invested. Creator insecurity. It's extremely real, and it's something that I actually wanted to talk about on probably a future video. I did kind of mention it with the creative block and like trying not to care what people think, but I think I want to do a general, like a more in-depth video on, the actual insecurities that certain creators can face and why it's just kind of important to, a lot of people just say like, oh, you're just gonna have to get over it, like that's just how, you're gonna have to deal with it. And to an extent, that's true, but I don't think people really explain or even help guide newer creators on like how to properly get over that kind of insecurity, because it's real and it's really it's a lot. um he's kind of cute. Does this look like a duck, dude? Oh, Scoop. Oh yeah, I'll add Scoop. Oh wait, can I do Scoop from memory? This kind of looks like a duck, right? It's something. Wait, let me give him like, I think he needs like, first of all, let me make his, no, I wanted to give him like a little like tuft or whatever. That let me not mess with him. That's a duck. He's a duck. How did Scoop look again? It's been a while since I even looked at Gun Game. Oh man, I think okay, I'm just gonna do from memory. I know he's got like this little face like that, and then he's got a little ear and another little ear. He's got like that little, oh wait, oh God, hold up. Okay, like this little bill, and then this ear thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe, and then up, alright, up, and then this is turned into an art stream. That's fine though. I genuinely just like making art, even if I just make an art. There's a duck. Yes sir, solid duck right there. Hey, would fit right into DuckTales 2017 canceled. Hang on, I remember Scoop. Don't, you're putting pressure on me. I got him. Look at him. He's got like that kind of body. It's starting to look like him. Okay, and then it kind of goes down. For anyone that's new to the channel, Scoop is in my like very first devlog. It's this little like pink like ice cream cat like creature looking thing. I'm not really sure what he is, but it is something that my girlfriend designed and has been used basically in all of my games. So he's an integral part to this channel's lore. I'm kind of making him look blocky, but the idea is there. The foundation is there. Am I butchering the good name of Scoop? Absolutely, but the core of what was once here is here, and that's all that matters. He had like a little tooth mouth too. It was like that, and then he had like little. What's funny? That looks like it. I don't know if anyone remembers how Scoop looks, but that is how it looks. Hi guys and girls in chat. Guess what the thing on the top is? Oh yeah, that would be the real determining factor. Does anyone actually know what that thing above the duck is? I wouldn't say it's my my magnum opus, but it works. This actually looks like Scoop. This works perfectly fine for me. Okay, back to what I got distracted. I let chat distract me, and I started making things for chat. No, that's not what I meant to do. What I meant to do is start making the circle thing. Honestly, don't worry about it. It's perfect. It works. You know, it's gonna work. Okay, so let's do a rotation, a constant rotation thing with that arrow. And I think how I'm gonna do this is, first of all, let's get the, oh god, all those guys in the corner are there now. Okay, so let's do this. Main, let's get the weapon. Oh wait, where did I attach the weapon? Oh, it's on the circle there. That wasn't very smart of me. Okay, let's do this. Let's get this red box, and we're gonna do, first of all, decrease my pixel size back to 1. Put this, I have to just see where my lines are actually going. I also am like super picky about like the pixel perfect nature of my games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I had it when I was making old prototypes back in the past. I used to kind of mess up with resolution sizes, and it would create this like really ugly screen tearing effect that I genuinely didn't like. So they formed from the start, or just they were from the start, or just like my chat. Yeah, just join. Can you catch me up to speed? Yeah, I can catch you up. Basically, what we're doing is we're making a game with just one button press. That's the whole concept, and the idea is that this little creature, this little man in the circle, in the middle of the circle, is going to be shooting enemies that are approaching him, and you just have to survive. Very simple, nothing too crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, come on, Ori, hang in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should be a perfect square. Let me double check. But yeah, it's just gonna be like a simple one button press game. Nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. But a little challenge for myself, something to do on stream with the people, you know. Okay, so this is 80. So that's 80 by 80, which means this is gonna be copied. And let's go back to good old Game Maker. Good old Game Maker. And then we're gonna do this. I really do love the copy and pasting feature for the Sprite to Game Maker. When I first learned that, I felt like I was invincible. Let's call this like gun. Boom. So that's that. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put all of what I just did in here, and it should fit perfectly. And then the little life hack, you just erase all the parts you don't need. And then where is my wand? There's my magic wand. Boom. So now this arrow, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna put the origin point of this arrow into the middle center, and when it rotates, it should create a smooth rotation around that point. So just as a test, I'm gonna make an object for this, and I'm gonna put it in the same room as it. So let's do that, and then we're gonna put this object in the room with the little man, and we're gonna try and rotate it. Adios, Cameron. How the shooting would work from multiple directions. Still think it's tough to use Game Maker. Yeah, no, Game Maker is really useful for just kind of getting things. I think I said this in my very first devlog. I just like it because you can see your art as quickly as possible. Also, for how the shooting would work, I was gonna do it so that the the gun itself is like constantly rotating, and you just have to time your shot basically. Um, I'll mess around with it a bit just to see if that even like feels fun, but I think it sounds like a decent idea personally. Oh god, okay, so let me get the origin point of this real quick. 284, 140. That's what that should be. Wow, I'm way off. 280, 140. How did it end up being so... Wait a second. That's not right. Where are you going, buddy? 280, 140. Something about that can't be right because I'm going all the way off the... I'm off the grid right now. 280, 140. Can't believe that. Oh, barely. You won't believe it. I told the game I need to add a ghost wearing a cap. Hey, man, if you want to add a ghost wearing a cap, go ahead. I'd be honored. I don't know where I even came up with the ghost. I just like ghosts. I just think ghosts are cool. What? Yo. Okay. To anyone, am I still? I'm recording Game Maker. Okay. I'm gonna be real for a second. I didn't know that Game Maker had this origin point center feature. Like, this is new to me. Oh, it's gone. What did I do? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I didn't know it did that. That's really cool. I had no clue it did that. I just have been counting for the entire time. I had no idea you could do that. That's crazy. Well, that's gonna make centering things a lot easier, and I can actually check if, wow, I could have been saving myself so much time. That must be part of the, I'm gonna just chalk it up to that being part of the new update. So you're prototyping my current project, I do feel like it's a little messy, maybe just my inability to keep structure. No, I agree completely, Green Pixels. Game Maker, I think when you start to get like bigger things happening, unless you like are creating like folders within subfolders, it becomes a nightmare to kind of manage. And I think that's why I try and I have a list outside of Game Maker that helps me keeps things organized. And that kind of just makes it so I don't go too far. If you're gonna do what I think you do, it'd be cool to have enemies timed to some music. Okay, so I did that with Protect Your Heart. I did have enemies timed to the music, and I could do some like really sick track or something. I think that'd be kind of fun. Yeah, I don't know. I can experiment with it. Maybe I'll make some music on stream. I don't know if Macs have FL Studio. I use FL Studio, so I might have to make a streaming setup on my PC. But I would love to make some music on stream. And ever since I did that music video thing a while back, I've gotten a lot better with some stuff. Oh no, what I meant is if you only have access to one button input, how would you be able to shoot in multiple directions? Oh, so maybe I wasn't clear. So hold up. So this thing right here, this arrow is going to constantly like rotate around. Oh look, that's a perfect visual. This arrow is going to do this all the time, like 24/7, constantly rotating. And when you shoot, it stops and shoots in that direction. And then when you let go of the shoot button, it continues to rotate. So you'd be able to shoot this side because eventually it's gonna make a full 360. And your goal is to just basically be good at the game and try and time your stuff. I think that did I explain that in a way that made sense? I hope I explained that in a way that made sense. I think I answered your question. I only have access to one input, but how would you be able to shoot in multiple directions? Yeah, like you kind of can constantly go around. Hopefully that made sense. Once we get a visual on screen too, it'll make things make a lot more sense. Come on, rotation. Yeah, Game Maker just had like a really big update with like particles and general UI, so things things look a little different, to say the least. So let's actually get to some coding. Hold up. So let's do a create event. Go over here and we'll just make some setup. Call this setup variables real quick. Setup variables. There we go. Yeah, that's clear. Hi Ori, how you doing? I saw your video on why video games are fun. I thought it was amazing. Thank you, PJP Gamer. It's so inspiring to see game devs make their dream games and such. Thank you so much for watching that video. It's funny, on this channel specifically, I've always kind of wanted to use more of my like motion graphics info like, you know, informational skill set. It's kind of what I normally do. I'm more of an editor and artist, but it was nice to just kind of break down videos and kind of help beginner game devs. I'm realizing with this channel in particular, it's kind of like a diary for myself, but also to help beginner, like extremely beginner game devs, just figure out what to do, or, you know, things like, you know, for a lot of people, even starting is so difficult. Like, just like where to start, how do I do this, what is a variable, like if I did like what equals 1, to some people they're like, I don't know what that means. That's confusing, you know. But thank you so much, and I do plan on making more analytical videos like that in the future, breaking down game design. It take a bit of time because I have to research, but yeah. Okay, so hold up. What I'm gonna do is, first of all, I need to make I'm gonna have to probably switch the screens real quick while I set up a thing that lets me actually look at the game window. But yeah, I'm thinking if the arrow is spinning, you push the button to switch directions because the enemies would be mapped. I draw my hair. My hair is so cool. A twin brother named Marco lost in the war. The washing machines. That's tragic. Rest in peace. Thinking if the arrow is spinning, you push the button to switch directions because the enemies will be mapped. That could work, but that was my original plan with the whole shooting mechanic. But then if you press the button to switch, how would you be able to shoot? That probably is an obvious answer, but I've been trying to figure out how would I be able to make the actual thing switch across the rotation and then shoot. I'm trying to learn how to code because for a long time I was so overwhelmed by it. But I feel like I'm making progress with a Pico 8 tutorial series. That's good. I actually wanted to try using Pico 8. It looks interesting to me. But I don't know. It everyone has their things that work for them. Rotation, and then draw. Well, first of all, draw self, and then what do draw? Let's do draw yourself, and then we're gonna have it rotate itself, and then draw arrow, rotation. And what this should do is constantly rotate this. Like draw sprite, extended, and then we're gonna do s gun sub image of 0. X and Y is just X and Y. X scale is 1, Y scale is 1. Okay, so rotation, here's the fun part. Rotation is going to be a custom variable. I say custom variable, it's going to be a variable rotation. And that's going to equal 0. And let me actually just check if someone's saying anything. Oh, a lot of stuff. Switch and shoot at the same time. Oh, so you're saying like it should shoot constantly. Like if you're shooting, it's basically shooting. Wait, switch and shoot at the same time. Like if I switch it, I could probably make it. I mean, this isn't really cheating. I could probably make it so that if you like hold the button, you're able to switch your direction. But then how would I do like holding shoot? I have to think on that. I really want to do the quick switch because if I have then I can make more enemies. Marco's not dead. He just lost. We'll see him one day. Okay, good. I'm glad that the other sock twin brother will live. The moment I felt like I was finally learning was when I learned how for loops work and what index variables were. My mind felt like it was somehow unlocked. Yeah, once you for me, that's how I felt when I started basic movement mechanics. I was like, oh my god, I'm a professional game developer. I can make anything. It really unlocks another part of your brain when you're just like, oh, I can just sit here, do this, and it's super easy. Well, not super easy, but you start to really understand what you're doing. Rotate arrow. I'm about to do something illegal real quick. I'm about to just have this rotation variable constantly add to itself, which is a big no-no. And I'm sure to any, as in they mean it's spinning and you're shooting. Got it. I mean, I could try that. It might actually be kind of fun. But no, I'm about to constantly add to this rotation variable, and that's a big no-no for anyone that does, you know, basically anything with like adding to a value. It's gonna look fine for now, probably when I finish it, but it's a big no-no because it's gonna cause massive performance issues later on. Alpha's one. Okay, so if I did this correctly, this arrow should be rotating constantly. I think I did this correctly. That's also another scary thing. It's like I'll code things and I'll know how things are working, and then I'll like test it and it doesn't work. And I'm like, I don't know why it's not working. It is working. In fact, to show the people, let me put this on the screen, and then let's make a window for let's make a window for the game itself, because we're getting movement stuff. What? Or actually, we'll do this. You're gonna get to see all this beautiful stuff. Hold up. When you press the button, the arrow stops. When you press the button, the arrow stops, fires, and then reverses when you let go of the button. That sounds really fun, actually. That sounds like a really, really fun thing. I really like that idea, actually. Hold on, I might put that. You might have just got in a credit, because that sounds really fun. Game window. You're about to see some crazy stuff. Things are going crazy. Don't worry about this. Okay, there you go. Okay. This little thing, it's doing that. It's very hard to see. It's kind of small. I have to increase the window, but it's working. Okay, so we're getting places. Okay, it's rotating. It's doing a little thing. It's extremely slow. And that has to be fixed. But overall, things are getting made. So let me just close this and also close that, and we'll go back to our normal thing. Back to our regular scheduled program. But no, I love that idea of the pressing the button, arrow stops, fires, and then reverses. That's actually a kind of cool idea. The only problem is that if I really have to think about how enemies are going to be mapped out. It's not going to be a process, but let me actually save that, because that's a good idea. I'll give you credit for that too. How would adding to the variable cause a performance issue? I didn't explain, excuse me. Well, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but technically, because I'm constantly adding, so it's 0, right? But it's constantly adding up to 0. It only needs to do a 360 before resetting itself, but I'm not actually resetting it. So it's technically just counting up infinitely. It shouldn't cause any major like performance issues. It's just not a good habit to let a number infinitely count up, typically. I'm so smart, I can guess your favorite color. Like a number through 1 and 10. I'm gonna go with 7. What's my favorite color? I'd love to know. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 7. But yeah, I think if you infinitely counting up, just in general, is probably not a good, in the long run, it's not a good sign. It can cause some issues down the line, especially if you do it with a lot of different things. Like if you have a bigger game with a bunch of timers and they're all doing different things, then it might start to create little dips. Game Maker actually is pretty good at handling things like that, but it's just better to avoid that while I can, because then you really start to run into issues where it's like, oh man, I don't need a million frame drops or whatnot. 7, huh? Orange. Ooh, so close. It's I bet you could never guess by the layout of the background of this stream, but it's red. It's red and black. Very close though. You're almost on the money. I'll give you the you still win. You still win. What's going on? Okay, I gotta think of, first of all, I gotta get the bullets to shoot. I realized I didn't actually set up properly to capture the game window, but maybe I'll do that next stream. Right now, I'm just trying to make sure everything's in there. And oh my god, I've been streaming for an hour? What? It doesn't even feel like that. Okay. I also must make sure my girlfriend gets food. It's crucial that she gets her food, or she'll get very cranky. So, once we get something substantial, I'll do that. Honestly, I should stream tomorrow too. Streaming's fun. I see why people like to do it. It's just nice. You get to just kind of work and think, and there's like, you know, occasionally you get like someone to just talk to and chat. Okay, so let's see. This rotates around this. So now we just gotta make it so that, first of all, I just thought of something. If, oh, I know why that was showing, because the asset is still on. Let me turn off the U, right? Or who am I turning off? I think the gun, because the gun will draw its. Oh wait, no, hold up. Don't draw yourself. I think drawing itself was the mistake I made, because I don't know if you noticed earlier, but there was one arrow that didn't actually move. It just kind of stayed there on screen. Oh, I love this center thing. I really wish I knew about that. That's crazy. That would have made my life so much easier before. Let me switch back to, boom. I just did some adjustments. Basically, before, when I showed the screen, it was the arrow. There was two arrows drawing. One was static and one was actually moving. So I just was doing some fixes for that. General fixes that should make things look a lot. Yeah, now it just rotates around one. Okay, so now we got an arrow rotating around the screen. Pretty good. I can actually make the speed a bit faster. So now really the plan, and this is kind of jumping the gun a bit, but okay, you know what is the best part? I wrote a comment. I just guessed 7. I think 7 isn't like there's like a thing like 7 is like kind of the most commonly guessed number, just like associated with that kind of stuff. It's like when you think of like, oh, think of a number between 1 and 10. Most people are gonna guess 7. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do, because while I don't technically have to do this right now, I want to. It's gonna be fun too. So we have this like nice, like sleek black and white art, and because I like working on the art more than actually getting the mechanics working correctly yet, I want to work on how I kind of think the HUD should look. You're probably going to be able to infinitely shoot, right? You're not going to really have bullets. You will probably have some form of health or some bar that just shows like, oh, you're losing. Like, here, I'll do this. I'll do like a GUI layer real quick. GUI, which I don't like. I never like that it's actually called GUI. I just say GUI. It will never not sound weird calling it that, but so yeah, look, you got this like little thing right here, and what that can do is show you know, like basic information, your health, whatnot. I think I really want to stick with the like very simplistic style. So I don't want to do anything too crazy. And if anything, I'll use red. Red will be like my indicator for like these are dangerous. Yeah, I don't know why 7. You got 5 and 9. Huh? No clue. Oh, idea. Because it's a circle, the enemies can come in more than just vertically and horizontally. Oh yeah, no. The enemies are gonna come from. That was something I definitely had planned from the start. The enemies are gonna basically come from all different directions, like because it covers a 360 degrees. So, unlike the Protect Your Heart game, you get a full 360 defense mechanism. Also, I think I might want to add like some kind of like mini like This is me going down the line because I think like you know you do the little levels thing, you have fun, and then which only you guys will know because you're here. Maybe some kind of like little man, you know, it's like a little boss, and he's like looking at you with his bill eyes, and he shoots things at you, and you can shoot those to destroy them while shooting him, something like that. Add some flavor to the game, you know. Down the line, oh, oopsie, that's something for later. That is a rework of something I'm working on, which actually hopefully I get to talk about sometime this week. But hey, little sneak peek. Okay, so some kind of bar like that. And actually I could do like a general health bar. In fact, let's do this. Let's just get rid of all of that. And then let's make a short bar. I'm kind of evil, so I'm probably gonna do you only get like 3 hits because I like giving people a challenge. Accessibility? Absolutely not. Why would I make my game accessible when I can just make it super hard? That's the fun part of game dev. You can make the game as hard as you want. And then and then we put that on. Something like that. That looks kind of ugly, but you get the idea. It's gonna be like some bars and stuff. Maybe one of the streams will be figuring out the HUD. The HUD elements and stuff. I'm just kind of winging it right now because I'm trying to just figure things out. But I want to figure out like what is gonna be like, you know, where are the health elements gonna be held. Technically there'll be black bars on this side, so I could do it there, but it's the screen is so big I don't wanna overtake that much screen space. It could get really ugly really quickly. I think doing something sleeker will ultimately look better in the long run. Let's do that and then drag this. You know, I'm kind of stumped, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Usually the HUD elements are what that's like my whole forte, but they take time sometimes. They kind of take some time. Let's do 5. Let's do something small. And then I'm just going to separate them for now with some like really quick. Like 2 and then 2 and then 2. Oh, come on. Don't falter now. So that should look like that. Yeah, that's kind of cute. And then we'll do 1 in the middle. Oh, that's only 2 though. Well, that works for now. Some kind of like bar, or we can also do like some kind of a mini heart system. Also, you can also have enemies that you can't shoot. Ooh, that's a good idea. How would you deal with them though if you can't shoot them? You got to be able to like. How would you be able to like get rid of them? Or like you mean like you have to let them just hit you, or like if you shoot them, you get a penalty for shooting them or something like that. That way you can't just like spam the shoot button constantly. 1, 2, 3. Look at that, a little heart. How cute. And then 1, 2, 3. And I know that's not centered, and yes, it does bother me, but you know, it works. Oh, the hearts are actually kind of cute. I might do the hearts. That's kind of cute. Just like the little heart system we got going. Shooting them hurts you. Yeah, that's a good idea. You got some really good ideas. You should be streaming this. Yeah. You're on it with the ideas. Honestly, you should be the one making the game. I gotta just write you as like a co-producer. Because all the core ideas are coming from you. So I got that, and then I can probably have the score somewhere above. Yeah, it's just about getting. First, let me add those black bars in. which won't matter now, but they'll matter later. Bars. And then let's get that going. Put this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 3, and then 6. Boom. Okay, because I gotta make sure this is a hall. I know first I'll be like, what is he doing right now? I am making sure everything is centered, because really the resolution needs to be a square. That way all the enemies come in at a consistent rate. Shooting them for you. Hey, I was just lurking for a while. That's fine. Well, unfortunately, I don't know how to do all that technical stuff. Oh, I see. You got the ideas, but it's the technical know-how that gets kind of hard. That's fair. That was me for a long time. I think that's why I started just like researching game dev, because I had all these ideas, but then I couldn't like actually apply them. Yeah, lurking's fine. You don't have to really say nothing. But yeah. Ooh, it's almost 3, which means my loud brother is about to be coming home. Let's get the basic like elements going. So let's get like all this like resolution stuff done, like this. All the boring yip yap, and then hopefully next stream, which I might actually stream tomorrow. I actually just enjoy streaming this. I can just put all this. I can start implementing this stuff. We'll have some rotation stuff going on. We'll start getting some shooting. Hopefully we get some basic enemies. Hey, that'd be kind of cool. Let me just copy that real quick and then rotate that. Edit, transform, rotate 90. There we go. See, this is letting me know where all the black bars need to go. That's why I was doing this like this. In case anyone is wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to determine the actual screen size, so I can start working on all the HUD elements, because what that's going to allow me to do is just properly scale everything down the line. Boom. I'm probably gonna keep some of these enemies too. they're just so goofy. None of it makes sense, and I kind of like that. I think sometimes when games like literally make no sense at all, it's very fun. Okay. There you go. Okay, so that's our true resolution right here. This is like our true blue square resolution. There's a lot on the screen. Hold up, let me take that out. This is like what we're actually going to be seeing is all of this screen. These black bars we can actually hide HUD elements on, and that's kind of like something I like to do with these square resolution games, is doing that. Thank you, Green Pixels. I have a ton of game ideas, but the coding is a wall. I'm into music, but like throwing ideas out there. But I'm slowly going. Yeah, I think a big thing that stops people from just making things is like fear. That was me for a while. I was scared of putting myself out there, of getting things done, of trying to do things. So encoding can seem like a real mountain to climb, but it's all very technical. And there are also some coding languages where you don't have to actually really type any code. You could just drag stuff. You could do yada 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 XYZ, and it helps you kind of build a foundation. Like I started in Scratch, and Scratch isn't some high-end technical professional coding language, right? But it's something, and it did help me just learn, grow. And I think that's all that really matters, is like how you approach it. There's no right or wrong way. People like to try and tell you that there's a right or wrong way, but those people are stupid. What matters is just having fun with it, doing what you love, not letting anyone get in the way. Okay, so we got the black bars. I think what we're gonna do, because it's almost 3, and I actually do have work in 2 hours. I do have another job, but we're gonna do next stream. I'm gonna take Myth Shack, a lot of your concepts. I'm gonna write them down and make a little list, and then for next stream, we'll have a nice set list of things to implement, shooting mechanics, general mechanics, just things like that. Maybe some enemy concepts, maybe some HUD ideas. I'll write them down. I'll draw them out, and it'll be a fun time. I'll even put your name in the credit because it's very useful. But it's gonna be fun. I can't wait to actually start getting some things going, some shooting mechanics, maybe some music on one of them. That's gonna be even more fun. But yeah, no, thank you for joining this this small little laid back stream, little first stream of the channel, first stream in quite some time for me personally. So thank you for being here. All right, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Goodbye.